Hey folks, welcome to this week's Fishing for Laughs. This week we're on the historic James River here at the Jordan Point Yacht Haven, just outside of Richmond, Virginia. We're with our good friend, our new buddy and pal, Captain Neil Renoff. This gentleman right here is putting us on to some giant catfish. We're fishing with some great cut bait. We're out here, beautiful Benjamin Harris Bridge behind us. And you know, this is just a beautiful day, about 83 degrees. We're in the early spring. What do you think, Artie?
Let me tell you something. Right now, it is about 10 o'clock in the morning. Let me explain something to you here, folks. As you know, Jerry and I are stand-up comedians. So our day normally starts around 6:37 p.m. Captain Neil was out here at 7 o'clock this morning throwing cast nets, catching our bait, told us to be here at 7:45, 8 o'clock latest. We stroll in at 9:15, happy as we can be. So folks, we're getting a little bit late start, but like you said, it's a beautiful day, gonna be 83 degrees, early spring, one of the warmest days of the year. So hang with us, we cannot wait to get into these monster catfish. Somebody on the river already called, they've got a 61 pounder already in the boat. Tell you how good our captain is right here. He's got a 20-pound carp that he caught in the cast net already in the boat this morning. So folks, hang with us here. This is gonna be a lot of fun today. We've looked forward to this trip for a long time. So this is just gonna be a great day for Fishing for Laughs here.
Fishing for Laughs, brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Hey folks, you know, I mentioned earlier when we were doing our introduction that Neil had caught a 20-pound carp in the cast net this morning while he was out catching our bait. Folks, there he is right there. What an incredible fish with a cast net. So we just wanted to give you all a good look at that. He's gonna throw him back now, let him hang out in the James River for a little while longer. But what great fish they have here in Richmond in the James River. Such a beautiful place on such a great day.
Jeez, Artie's.
He popped off.
Oh man, that's typical.
So what did we do?
It's coming at you. He popped off.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta crank, get all the stretch out of it, lift it straight up out of the hole.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
So
we're
we know
learning.
that
Just like that, he was on it.
Yeah, I mean, the way the current's moving, it's gonna be, you're gonna have about 15 minutes fishing here.
Oh,
Maybe half an hour of good fishing.
okay. All right, Artie. It's gonna pull him in the boat in the water.
Stay on top here. Stay on top, stay on top. Keep cranking.
Let me hold
Slow
him.
down a minute, slow down a minute. All right, crank.
All right, boys.
Crank, quick, guys, quick.
You tell him what to do, Captain Neil. Hey,
Yeah,
folks,
that's
we got
right.
us a catfish on.
He's coming right. Oh, good. So this is the easy part. Yeah. Ain't no chance you can switch this to a left-handed reel, is there?
Art loves catfish. We're gonna see if he gets this one in the boat. That's the reason we're late. We were.
All right, you're gonna have to start pumping it now. It's nice and easy. Pull them up, pump them down.
Oh.
All right, ease this over.
All right.
So you're not really doing anything right now. Just ease it up and then reel down to it nice and slow and even. Nice and slow and even. Perfect.
Oh.
There we go, folks. That's the reason we go with guides who know what they're doing, who've got the great
Because I would have
knowledge.
lost this fish
That's right.
6 times.
Yeah, he ain't in the boat yet.
I think he just saw the boat. And he is mad.
Here, kitty, bring that cat in, Art. Maybe we're lucky.
Feel like a good one?
Uh,
Watch out for the motor.
Hold on, let him get it. Yeah.
Roll down, don't let him touch the side of the boat. There you go, perfect.
Get him, Art. Son, first.
Yeah, there goes some drag.
Drag it. Art's first fish on.
There goes some drag.
Come on.
Reel it down.
All right, folks, this was fun for about the first 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, you're doing good.
Art's got a workout going, but he ain't worked this hard.
Ever.
Easy when you're dropping it down.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Bring him in, son. Bring him in.
Nice and steady.
There you go. There you go.
Nice and steady.
How much more do you think we got there, Captain Neil?
We're lazy fishermen. Yeah, don't throw it out so far next time, Art.
Good.
Holy crap!
All right, ease
Look
him
at
up.
this.
Ease him up.
I hope you guys see this on the camera over there. Holy.
Reel down on it. Reel down on it. Reel down
Art,
on it.
that-
Ease him up. Ease him up. That's a good fish.
That
there.
fish is-
Real good fish.
Holy.
Real good fish. Ease him up. Ease him up. Ease him up.
Right.
Got him.
Oh, look at this. Jeez Louise. Folks,
How you
if
like
you
that,
want
boys?
to catch monster catfish, this is the man to do it. Look at this.
Folks, we have not been fishing 20 minutes.
No, not that long. Just think, if we'd have got out early, we'd have caught a boatload by now.
I don't want to catch a bunch. I can go home.
If it hadn't been for them Hooters girls last night, we would have been done. Am I doing something wrong there, Neil? I've got that hung up for you, buddy.
Oh,
Look at that. That's like catching a
I'm not-
small child.
I'm not
I
kissing
didn't-
him.
I didn't raise hogs that big. Artie, lip him, son.
Oh,
Here, let me
man.
hold it. Lip him,
I
Art.
ain't lipping nothing.
Art's scared of catfish. Huh?
So what do we do with it?
Man, we clean. I'd have to break him like a truck tire to clean him. Take him home and put him on the tire changer.
Look at that thing, boy.
Got him about to circle hook right in the corner of the mouth where it's supposed to be.
That's right. Tell us the technical stuff, because we don't. All we know is that
Yeah, all
circle
we know,
hooks.
that's the biggest fish I've ever caught. And that's all I really care about.
Pick him up, Artie. See if you can pick him up.
What's he gonna bite on me?
Yeah, get a glove. We don't want you to lose a finger. Get a glove. Look at that. How big is that, Neil?
It's,
30?
That could be state record.
nah, that's 50 something.
50 pounds.
Holy
50 pounder,
Toledo.
folks.
And it felt like every ounce of it.
This is not fishing for laughs. Now look at this fat boy right there. Good
That's fishing for
Lord.
pregnant fish.
That's your wife won't that big with your child. Was it a workout, Art?
Yes, sir.
I'm
It'll work.
next.
I'm waiting for yours.
See how big this big kitty weighs.
Holy cow.
Look at that right there, folks.
Right, you
What
gotta
are we?
let go of it.
Huh?
You gotta
Like-
let go of it real quick.
What are we seeing there, Captain Neil?
57 pounds.
57 pounds.
Let me tell you something, folks. We have been on this boat less than a half hour.
Showed up late.
Showed up late
Yeah.
on top of that.
Neil ain't gonna let us forget that, by the
And
way.
we have already got a 57-pound fish in the boat. That is something else right there.
You cannot
Look at that.
believe.
You can't buy fish like that in the store, folks.
You can't. I'm
That
telling
is
you.
beautiful. All right,
Look
let's
at
cut
that.
this.
57 pounds.
57 pounds. Folks, we're going to turn this fish loose right back here in the James River. But what an exciting time that was there just a few minutes ago. Captain Neil, throw that thing back. Let somebody else play with him later before we all
right.
fall down.
What do you say we take a quick commercial break, let Art catch his breath, and put that bad boy back in the river?
That is a great idea, Jerry. Let's do that right now. Go ahead and throw him back in there. Swim again, fish.
What was he again?
57.
57 pounds.
It won't let go of my thumb.
Holy
Wants to take my hand with it.
Did he get you? Man, look at, did he get your thumb there, Neil?
A little bit.
Where
He tried to rip my thumb off and got him with the, grabbed him with the wrong hand. That's how they do you sometimes.
Hey folks, welcome back from the break. Art's standing over to the side recuperating from that 57-pound catfish. He can't believe it. He's a nervous wreck. We massage his arms and all. Hey look, you know what? We got onto the fish so quick. We haven't had time to tell you the gear we're using, the hooks, the bait. So Captain Neil, what do you say you show us what we're fishing for and exactly how we're going after them here, buddy?
Okay, what we caught was a blue catfish.
Right.
And we're using gizzard shad. I try and keep them fresh. They're, you know, alive, keep them alive well.
Yeah, he's still living. It was.
And what I generally do is try and get the scales off of them, just to help release more scent in the water.
Right.
I like to use big baits.
Because that's bigger than the crappie we normally catch back home. That's a nice fish.
Right. I like the blood to be pumping out of them, and we use the bigger baits because the small fish will just peck at it, and we're after big fish.
Yeah, definitely been after big fish, 57-pound big
and
fish.
We'll generally get like just three good-sized baits.
Right.
From one adult gizzard shad. What I have here is a Fenwick Seahawk rod, Abu Garcia big game, BG 9000 reel. We have a Berkley big game 30-pound line.
30-pound test line catching 50, 60-pound fish. Wow.
Right. It goes to a slider rig. We have here an 8-ounce cushion weight, just a regular barrel swivel, 60-pound leader, about a foot or so long, and we have that snelled to a Gamakatsu 8/0 circle hook.
And I'm gonna tell you what, you guys know your business. This is what you do for a living as guide on the James River. So you're going after the big giant cats, but you also go for some stripers when they're running good. And then we may luck up and catch a striper if we're lucky too, right?
Right, yeah. There's some 20-pound fish coming up the river right now. It's springtime, so they're starting their spawn and run. They're following the herring, the hickory shad, American shad.
Now, how often do you need to rebait your hooks? Just when you think maybe the scent's dying off of them a little, or?
The warmer the water, the quicker you have to rebait them.
Right.
Generally, you can squeeze the head. If blood still comes out, I use it. If not, I'll go ahead and switch up. The heads we generally hook just like that.
Wow.
And then the best way to hook the main pieces of the fish is just a little tiny tag in there and make sure the scale is off the hook.
Right.
And that's enough to hold them when they, snatch hold of it. So,
and you people,
some more.
That's right, absolutely. And you people aren't gonna believe it. Art did not jerk the lips off that catfish. That catfish nearly jerked Art into the river. So, hey, look, folks, that's great. We're gonna see if we can't go after them some more here. And man, what a great guide. That's why we go with guides, because you think me and Art would know how to do any of this? Ha, not in this lifetime. Well, folks, we've changed position. We caught that monster. That's what we're going to call this show, the Monsters on the James.
Exactly.
I already caught a 57-pound catfish earlier. Now we've come up a creek. I'd love to be able to tell you where we're at, but Captain Neil said he'd kill us if we gave away his honey hole. So we can't really show you. That boy can throw a line further than I can hit a 9-iron right there.
I don't want to bring a fish in from that far away.
We catch a 58-pounder back there. We'll have to take turns landing him.
Right. We're back rigging the engine.
That's for sure. Well, this worked out great. You caught a catfish, a big catfish.
Oh, beautiful.
Because that's where we wound up at last night, that catfish platter special at Hooters.
You cannot go wrong. And let me tell you something, folks. If you ever stay at a motel that is connected with a Hooters,
don't expect to be
don't get a wake-up call.
That's right. Don't expect to be at the dock at about 7 a.m. Because we stayed till we closed it down. Absolutely.
We had a great time.
And look at this hat, folks. I want you to look at this hat.
Yeah.
I bought it as a joke for Art. It is camouflage, water camouflage.
For the scuba diver who does not want to be seen is exactly what it is.
And now that he caught a 57-pounder, we figure it's lucky, so he's going to have to wear it.
I got to wear it the whole rest of the show. Let me tell you something, folks, how excited I am. This is my first trip back since I had my new eye surgery.
That's right.
The folks at LASIK Plus, Raleigh, North Carolina hooked me up, did such a great job. So now I can actually see the fish that I don't catch.
Shameless plug, shameless plug.
Shameless plug for my girls at LASIK Plus. Who
Got his eyes fixed. He can actually see the fish he is losing now.
That's exactly
I can't believe
right.
he landed one after all the success we've had in the past of either not catching fish or letting them get off or jerking their eyeballs out.
That's exactly
But then again, it's
right.
hard to jerk the lips off a 58-pounder.
But now you were talking about hats just a second
Yeah,
ago.
my boy's got this great
Let's
hat.
go ahead and we'll tell you about your hat and what's underneath
I
your hat.
always wear a hat, folks, and the reason for it is this. What do you say we cut to this week's comedy bit of the week? Because I always start every show explaining why I've got a hat on. Plus, this is my neat little Ducks Unlimited hat that we Me and Artie live this alternative lifestyle. We think we're famous duck hunters and haven't been in 10 years, but
Exactly right.
let's cut to this week's Comedy Bit of the Week, folks. For those of you who saw me last time about 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, for those of you who've never seen me, I do wear a hat. Looking around, I'm the only one wearing a hat. Kind of disappointed. I wear a hat everywhere I go, folks, except bad in the shower. Reason for it is this. Oh, go ahead and laugh. I don't care. For those of you that saw me before, what did you think? It was going to grow back? Go ahead and laugh. I don't care. Let's face it, if your dog came home, his coat looked like this, would you pet him? I don't think so. Have his butt in the backyard dipping him in mange control. That's what you'd be. Hey, come here. I told you to be quiet. Hey, come here. I'm looking around. Of course, some of us aren't laughing too hard, are we, guys? A few of you here make me feel good. I've seen more hair on a bar of soapings on y'all's head. Women laugh, though, but I'll tell you what. I put my hat on. How about it, sweetheart? You couldn't tell I was a man with a little hair, could you? Go ahead and laugh. I know you want to, and you too. What's your name, sweetheart? Denise. Denise. You didn't know when I had my hat on I was a man with a little hair, did you? You suspected. Well, that's kind of, I'll tell you what, women laugh, they think it's funny. And Beverly never knew the first time that I pulled the hat off. And I always tell women, listen, me wearing a hat's like a woman wearing a Wonder Bra. Man, it looks good on. You take it off, it's a big disappointment for everybody. Actually, it's kind of false advertising, isn't it?
Stay tuned for more laughs. We'll be right back.
Are we hooked on a stump or something?
Coming at you yet?
Hell no, he's going the other way hard as he can. Man. Yeah, he's coming toward the boat now, boys. Right. Boy, this is a big fish right here, boys. Come to this boat, whatever you do. Good Lord. Art, you weren't kidding.
I told you, man. If you can actually get him to come to the boat, then it's a ball game.
Uh-oh, well, we hung up there, Neil.
A little bit. Go grab the landing net.
Get the landing net right over there behind.
Okay, there is, there's an anchor line.
Oh, anchor line's over there. Get it, Artie.
There you go, Neil. Captain Neil, got the net.
This is a big fish right here, boy. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, he's oh.
Look at that fish, boy. You lose it.
Oh.
It's a baby.
It ain't so. Look at that little baby.
Hey.
How did you land a 50-pound fish? That ain't even a 30-pound fish.
I've got bait to catch me a fish.
Yeah.
Look at that beautiful
Look,
fish.
you can one-hand him.
Look at the eyes on him.
Good Lord.
Is that a male or a female?
Why would you ask that?
Because I look at the way the scars on
Oh. Listen to her grunting, sounds like a pig. I finally caught one, Artie. How did you land a 50-pound fish as
That rod over there.
tough as that was on a little baby? Because you're a man.
That's right. That's a pretty fish. How clean that fish.
Look how beautiful that fish is.
Look how just how clean that
Just
fish
a young
looks.
one.
A young one. Look at there, guys. Finally caught a baby. That is a baby. I've got them in my pond that size.
That's about 20 pounds, 21 pounds.
20-pounder. Well, you know what? That was half of your fish.
That's right. Don't you forget it.
All right.
Hold him or you got it?
Sure.
Stick your hand in his mouth.
Oh. Yeah, I had him all right. Wait a minute. Sorry, buddy. I done knocked him senseless.
This is why it's called fishing for laughs, folks.
Hey, that bad boy's got some. Yeah.
That's a pretty fish.
That is. He is pretty. All right. We're going to let him go now?
Yeah.
All right, you big. See ya. Hey, I caught a fish. All right, a little bit of low five. That ain't worth a high five.
I'll give you that one.
Thank you, Neil.
Good man.
Stay tuned. Fishing for Laughs will be right back.
Hey, welcome back, folks. You know what? If Art catches one more fish, I am going to the front of the boat and pout like a little girl. Evidently, Captain Neil loves you more than me.
That's my boy.
That just blows my mind.
I just thought of something funny.
What's that?
You ever think when this fish was little and he was getting his school picture, somebody said you got a head that belongs on a hook?
Look, y'all look the same, look.
It's comedy. It's
Chuckle,
a comedy
chuckle,
fishing
y'all.
show.
Running the lines out. We're gonna try and catch another one. I've gotten two fish have gotten off. Artie has landed. Hey, let me see that. Obviously, there's sharks in the water. Man, Art's caught 116 pounds of catfish on 2 fish.
Let me tell you something, folks. If y'all have been paying attention this season, you have noticed all throughout, Jerry has outfished me about 3 to 1.
Yeah.
So for this point, for me to be able to outfish him 2 to nothing today, it's going to be a good day here on the James River.
Yeah, but the bad part is I caught 20 crappie. They didn't even weigh one of your catfish.
They didn't even like catfish head.
Those kingfish, that catfish would eat the kingfish I caught in the first of the season.
We want to thank y'all for hanging with us today. We have had such a great time. We've been out here today with Captain Neil Renoff. Please check out his website, Old Dominion Outdoors. Folks, you're not going to find catfish like this anywhere else, but right here on the James River, just outside Richmond. Once again, Jerry, what do you think? It's just such a great day of fishing.
59-pounder and a 57-pounder, and I caught a baby. I had to get off. You would think Art taught me to fish today.
That's exactly right.
But folks, do yourself a favor.
Take a friend fishing.